It's a beautiful day for baseball, live from the historic Russell E. Dietrich Park here in Jamestown, New York, as the Jamestown Tarp Skunks play host to the visiting Niagara Falls Americans. Hello again and welcome to Tarp Skunks Baseball. I'm Dre Guinness alongside my broadcast partner, Matty G. And Matty, league play picking back up after two non-league games Monday and Tuesday. Day off yesterday. Great opportunity to come out fresh and make an impact in the standings.
Absolutely. The game yesterday ended in a heartbreaking fashion for the Tarp Skunks as they faced the Olean Oilers, and they had the game from the momentum of the game from the get-go, leading 8-1 after the bottom of the second inning, scoring 6 runs in the second. But unfortunately, the Oilers crawled all the way back and just put the momentum back in their favor and ended the game with a one-run victory, 10-9. Not the way that the Tarp Skunks wanted to have momentum going into league play for the next 3 days, but that day off allowed them time to recuperate, mentally stabilize, and say, okay, we're facing the Americans, formerly the Niagara Power, always a tough competitor. Let's go out and show them what we're made of. We know we can have the bats for it, and we know we have the defense for it. Let's go out and see if we can do just that on a bit of a wet field this morning, as there was quite a bit of rain on and off. We had a half-hour delay to start, but we are ready to go.
Mostly cloudy skies overhead, some blue sky peeking through, 68 degrees currently. And on the mound, you talked about the offense, the defense. Let's talk about the pitcher on the mound for the Tarp Skunks, Gage Hayes. 3.1 innings, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk with a 0.0 ERA coming into this one. The 6'2", 185-pound junior out of Lake Winnebago, Missouri. His 2024 stats, 12 appearances, 18 innings pitched, 12 hits, 15 runs, 12 of those earned, 6 ERA. But that strikeout to walk ratio, 22-8, he is going to be the kind of pitcher that is going to pound the zone tonight.
Absolutely. That is someone that you definitely want to rely on, especially with those numbers out of his 2024 season at Drury College. You want to be able to let him attack the zone, let him go after these guys. He's going to be looking to have a lot of swing and miss pitches. He is not going to be trying painting the zone, especially considering these umpires have a tighter zone in this league, as from what I've seen thus far. We're looking to see if Gage Hayes will be able to take the Tarp Skunks to victory on Kids Day today. Now, these fans are absolutely going to be very loud and raucous. Kids love a good baseball game. And I heard from our main guy, Christian, our general manager, that there is about 2,300 kids in attendance today. So you know that these Tarp Skunks fans, these Tarp Skunks kids are going to be very loud throughout the entirety of the game, no matter what the score.
It's going to be loud, it's going to be energetic, and it is going to be a beautiful day for baseball. Niagara coming in at 0-1, Jamestown 1-1, bottom of the standings right now, but that doesn't really reflect anything because Batavia's already played 6 league games. Elmira's played, I think, 4. So right now the balance of the schedule a little bit off. So I think a little bit too early to worry about where you are in the standings. Just focusing on what you need to do on the field this early in the season is the most important objective.
Absolutely. When it comes to this early on in the season, every team is trying to establish a presence. Every team is trying to make themselves known because these games are, like, as you said, they are bouncing around quite a bit. As you said, Batavia playing 6. The Tarp Skunks have only played 2 because of their games against the Lizards and the Oilers earlier this week. So every team is looking to establish their presence, make themselves known, and really acclimate to their new teammates through the entirety of this season. And speaking of teammates, it's time to take a look at the starting lineups for the two teams playing today, starting out with the Niagara Falls Americans. Leading off and playing center field is Brett Johnson. Batting second and playing second is going to be Isaiah Scott. Batting third and doing the catching for the Americans is going to be Dalton Harper. The right fielder, Gavin Boyle, will be batting fourth. The first baseman, Michael Soares, will be batting fifth. And then the extra hitter batting sixth, Hunter Von Zelowitz. And then the seventh hitter, the shortstop, Miles Ooh. Batting eighth and playing third will be Xavier Mann. Batting ninth and playing left field, Mason Bandock. And batting 10th, the designated hitter for the Americans today, Ryan Donovan. But now it's time to take a look at the starting lineup for your Jamestown Tarp Skunks for this early day game. Leading off and playing shortstop, Nigel Sebastianelli. Batting second and playing right field is going to be Leo Doyle. Batting third and playing left will be Kobe Jones. We haven't seen him in a couple of days. Excited to have him back. Batting fourth and playing first base, the catcher from yesterday, Bobby Stang. Batting fifth and the designated hitter, Shaniel Maldonado. Batting sixth and the extra hitter, DJ Stojanovic. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Aiden Wallace. Batting eighth, the catcher, Julian Sauger. Brandon McLean Banks will be playing second and batting ninth. And the number 10 hitter playing center field will be Clayton Kaiser. Excited to see these two teams come out and play some fun baseball today. Dre, I think this is a good lineup for today.
Oh, this is an absolute power lineup. Coach Ben Julian bringing out the big guns today. And keep in mind, we play Niagara again on Saturday. So in between today and Saturday, tomorrow we've got Auburn. So this is going to be interesting to see. Not only on Saturday are we going to get the same kind of look, or is he going to shift it up, but it's also going to be the first time that we have seen the full power lineup for the Tarp Skunks.
Absolutely, and I'm excited to see what he's going to do. Ben Julian has been shifting the lineup consistently over the past few games. Different people playing different positions. Like, for example, Leo Doyle playing right field. He is normally a pitcher. Pitcher is his primary position, but he also wants to get some reps in the outfield, so Ben Julian being able to provide just that. So I'm excited to see what they're able to pull off. And honestly, the way I look at it, no matter what outcome this game has, Saturday is going to be a revenge game no matter what. As both teams play each other again on such short notice, there's going to be a little bit of bad blood depending on the ending of today's game.
Always love the quick turnarounds. Lineup cards have been exchanged at home plate. The starting lineups are being announced by our public address announcer, so we're going to go ahead and step away, take a quick break. When we come back, the national anthem and the first pitch, live from Dietrich Stadium in Jamestown, New York. This is Tarp Skunks Baseball on YouTube. An excellent performance of the national anthem, and we are getting set for baseball.
Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by Plyler Entry Systems, the Davis Investment Group, and Prevention Works in Casa Trinity. We'd like to thank our sponsors for helping to make this and every live stream of the 2024 season possible. We'd also encourage all businesses and organizations serving residents in Jamestown and Chautauqua County to consider becoming a Tarp Skunks live stream sponsor for this season or future season by calling us at 716-705-5600, emailing us at contactus@tarpskunks.net, or using the contact form on our website, tarpskunks.com. All sponsors are recognized during each home game and during our live stream broadcast, and also by our public address announcer, Jeremy Becker. Thank you to our current sponsors and also to anyone else considering becoming a future sponsor of Jamestown Tarp Skunks Baseball. Now to take a look at the defensive lineup for the Tarp Skunks. From left to right field, it's going to be Kobe Jones, Clayton Kaiser, and Leo Doyle. From the infield, from left to right, it's going to be Aiden Wallace, Nigel Sebastianelli, Brandon McLean Banks, and Bobby Stang. Behind the dish is going to be Julian Sauger, and on the mound for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is going to be Gage Hayes. Gage Hayes, definitely a good number to have. Wears number 28. The 6'2", 185 junior from Drury College, a finance and economics major hailing from Lake Winnebago, Missouri. His stats in 2024, he's appeared 12 times in his season at Drury College. He may have had 18 innings of work, 12 hits, 15 runs, only 12 of them earned for a 6.00 ERA, 8 walks, and 22 Ks. Already has one appearance for the Tarp Skunks, and he's ready to make his second today. And to lead off the first pitch of the game and to tell you all about these first couple of innings is my partner, my man Dre Guinness. Dre, take it away.
All right, thank you very much, Matty G. Gage Hayes set to face Brett Johnson, Isaiah Scott, Dalton Harper, the 1-2-3 batters for the Niagara Falls Americans. Johnson leading off in center field. This is the rebrand of the former Niagara Power as the first pitch. Right on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1.
And we are underway and in the right situation for the Skunks.
68 degrees, slight breeze here. Is the next pitch a little bit high for a ball, 1-1.
You know, this weather had me kind of worried. We had some rain earlier today and overnight, so I'm glad they were able to make the field playable.
Next pitch swung on and missed, strike 2, 1-2. And a chance to take a walk down on the field a little bit earlier. It's spongy, so that's going to be some concern, especially on balls hitting the outfield. As the 1-2 pitch, fouled straight back. And we'll do it again.
And you can absolutely tell that these kids are going to have a fun time. We're only 4 pitches in, and they're already doing the "We Will Rock You" stomp, stomp, clap.
It is a raucous house for sure, and a swing and a miss for a strike 3. And that's the way this game gets underway. First strikeout of the game for Gabe Hayes, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Isaiah Scott.
A great pitch sequence there from Gage Hayes, absolutely able to take firm control, and hopefully he'll be able to remain settled in for this game.
Scott, left-handed hitter, takes a ball on the outside. The 0-1-0 pitch on the outside corner for a called strike, evened it up at 1-1. Scott hitting .667 coming into this game is the next one outside for a ball, 2-1. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Took something off that one. 2-2. Good change of speed there by Hayes. Just underway here in Jamestown, New York. The pitch. Oh, curveball just missed.
I have a feeling that the dirty plate might have played a factor there. A home plate umpire just missed that one. That looked like a strike from my angle.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I don't have final say.
Well, we are a little bit off tilt, so. Swing and a miss, strike three, 2 up, 2 down. And that will bring up the catcher, Dalton Harper. Hayes having a tremendous top of the first inning here already. 2 batters faced, 2 strikeouts.
That is absolutely what you want to see from the pitcher. Absolutely giving the Tarp Skunks a ton of momentum early on in this game. It's what they had 2 days ago. Hopefully it'll last longer than it did 2 days ago.
First pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. You got to wonder why the umpire hasn't cleaned off the plate yet.
I feel like he has. It's just the way that the plate is today because of the wetter conditions.
Taken for a called strike, 1-1. Yeah, I have noticed here before games, sometimes the crew will be out to paint the plates white. Also the pitcher's mound. They didn't get a chance to do that today. As the next pitch right down the middle for a called strike, 1-2. And Hayes has been in command here. Ball in the dirt for a ball, 2-2.
Yeah, I expect that there are going to be a lot of baseball switching in today's game. The grass is wet, the dirt is muddy. Obviously, that is not going to be good conditions to have a good grip on the ball. But with that being said, Gage Hayes on the mound showing no issue with the wetter conditions.
And the pitch fouled back. And we'll do it again.
Every time there's a foul ball, I hear all these kids go, "Ah, so close."
Kids want the souvenirs. As Hayes comes set, the wind and the pitch. Foul tipped in and out of the glove of Julian Sauger. Couldn't hold on to that. So again, we will do a 2-2 pitch. Wind blowing from left to right here.
Yeah, batters facing a little bit of headwinds. It's a pitcher's friendly ball game for today.
The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, there's a ground ball. Diving stop it short by Sebastianelli, but he's not going to be able to make the play. Good diving stop, but a base hit for Harper. Gives the Americans their first runner of the ball game, and that is going to bring up the cleanup hitter, the right fielder, Gavin Boyle.
And despite a runner being put aboard, these kids still chanting. I hear a lot of "Let's go Skunks" ringing out.
Boyle batting .250. Takes the first pitch low for a ball, 1-0. There's a palpable buzz here in the stadium as the 1-1 pitch just misses for a ball, 2-0. So Hayes getting the first 2 quickly, giving up an infield single, and now falling behind 2-0. Snap throw over to first, and nothing doing.
Just a little look over to Dalton Harper saying, "Yeah, I see you over there."
Hitters count, 2-0. Have to be careful with this one, and the pitch right down the middle for a called strike. And the count goes to 2-1. Runner takes their lead from first. And another snap throw over to first. I'd have to think the chances of him going, though, are pretty slim. 2-1, 2 out, no score, top of the first. The pitch. Swinging, there's a drive into right field. Going over is Doyle, and he makes the catch. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Americans nothing, the Skunks coming to bat.
Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by Plyler Entry Systems in Jamestown. Plyler Entry Systems has been serving the area since 1967. They are a proud member of the Builders Association of Northwestern Pennsylvania, the Manufacturer and Business Association, and the International Door Association. They offer a wide variety of products from a number of major manufacturers within the industry. When it comes to doors, they're the experts. Plyler Entry Systems is a proud sponsor of Whiffy, the Jamestown Tarp Skunks official mascot. To learn more about Plyler Entry Systems, call 716-296-0595 or visit PlylerEntry.com. Taking a look at the defense for the Niagara Falls Americans from left field to right field, going to be Bandock, Johnson, Bandock, Johnson, and Boyle. From left to right in the infield is going to be Mann, Scott, and Suarez. Behind the dish is Harper, and then on the mound for the Niagara Falls Americans.
Trying to get a number here. Wasn't on the lineup card. Looks like 47. That is going to be Sean Duffy, 6 foot 165 freshman out of SUNY Niagara, originally from Lockport, New York. So he's going to face Nigel Sebastianelli, Leo Doyle, and Kobe Jones to lead off the game for the Tarp Skunks. As Sebastianelli settling in, and the first pitch taken high for a ball, 1-0. Sebastianelli getting the start at shortstop. Ben Julian has been moving people around, getting everybody a little exposure as the next pitch right down the middle for a called strike, 1-1. Sebastianelli settled in. Duffy with the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count.
It's almost hard to think for yourself whenever you hear all these kids chanting so many different things at one time. But that's what you want to see at a baseball game, audible buzz throughout the entirety.
And the pitch fouled back, and we'll do it again, 1-2. Yeah, this is definitely a experience full house here at Dietrich Park. As the 1-2 pitch, swing and a foul toward the bullpen. And look out.
That one actually went into the stands. Hopefully no kids were drilled by that. Hopefully they are all paying attention. I wasn't able to see if there were, I see a kid now holding the ball, so it does look like everyone is okay.
As the 1-2 pitch is away, 2-2. Hope they brought their glove to the ballpark. That's something that every coach, every parent, everyone should tell their kids. If you're going to the ballpark, bring your glove because you never know, you might get a ball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Sebastianelli sits down for the first out of the bottom of the first inning, and that is going to bring up the right fielder, Leo Doyle. For Doyle, batting .750, officially 3 for 4 with a double, 3 RBIs, has a stolen base and was caught stealing. And Duffy comes set, the pitch high for a ball, 1-0.
Leo Doyle, 5'11", 181, the freshman from Wagner College, hailing from Staten Island, New York.
Swing and a miss, evens the count at 1 apiece.
That was a sword swing on that one. Doyle was caught lacking there. He was expecting a different pitch, and unfortunately was caught chasing.
Kobe Jones on deck, the pitch, taken for a called strike, 1-2 the count. Kids got the chant going out there in the first base bleachers. And the pitch, swinging, there's a chopper, goes foul down the third base side. And we will do 1-2 all over again. Doyle's got some power if he can barrel one up, and the pitch High for a ball, 2-2. Duffy with a pitch to waste here if he wants to try to get him to chase. And the pitch taken high for a ball, 3-2. And so now the count goes full to the number 2 hitter. The pitch swung on, popped up, first base side, giving chase, but out of play.
That just missed a kid who was ducking out of the way. On the bright side, they were aware of it, and the kid who got scared from that ball nearly hitting them got the ball as a souvenir. So,
gotta love
a little
that.
parting gift for their troubles.
Gotta love that completely. 3-2, 1 away. Doyle standing in. Duffy gets the sign. Comes set, the windup. Swung on. There's a pop up, first base side. Heading over is Scott in foul territory. He can't get it. And it goes foul. Scott almost tumbles into the Americans' bullpen. As Doyle stays alive here. Duffy getting a new ball. Are they chanting Jamestown Skunks?
I hear "Let's go, Skunks."
There we go. Oh, that's going to be swung on a miss. Strike 3. Tried to check his swing, but was unable to. And that is the second out of the inning, and that is going to bring up the left fielder, Kobe Jones.
And now the public address announcer, Jeremy Becker, getting the chant going as well. So now we're hearing even more kids besides the ones on the right field line making that chant.
Doyle, left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch, swinging a foul right back. That looked like that may have gone into the visiting press booth if the window was open. Didn't hear anybody screaming, so everyone's okay. The 0-1 pitch, swinging a foul bat off to the left, and it is 0-2. Staying on deck, would hit next if Jones able to get on board. And the 0-2. Swung on, there's a pop-up down the third base side, but that is well out of play. And it's still 0-2. Kobe Jones pops it up, third base side, in foul territory, coming in and missing the ball is Xavier Mann, slipping as he tried to plant to catch it. And there's the result of the overnight and early morning rain.
Yeah, field a little wet. It looked like he tried to slide in to make the grab. I don't think he had the right judgment on it. He kind of slowed his speed at one point and then picked it back up. But by the time he picked it back up, it ended up being too late.
We'll see if Jones can capitalize on the redo as a foul. Swinging a foul back, catcher unable to hold on to it. Still 0-2. Duffy comes set, the pitch. Taken inside for a ball, 1-2. Duffy up to 15 pitches this inning. And the pitch. Swung and fouled, and Doyle is in a battle.
Yeah, Kobe
Duffy.
Jones not wanting to go down without a fight here. I mean, only a 1-2 count, but he is seeing strike after strike from Duffy. So he wants to find the pitch he likes.
Duffy again comes in, fouled off to the visiting bullpen. You have to wonder, Duffy is continuing to pound the strike zone. When is he going to throw a waste pitch, try to get Jones to chase?
In my opinion, I would do it within the next 2 pitches.
That was it right there. A little bit low, though, 2-2.
But now you go right back to the fastball. In my opinion, put it a little bit higher, put it just above the letters, try and get him to swing underneath. But in my opinion, Jones has the discipline to be able to look for that.
2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Skunks. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We go to the top of the second. No score at Dietrich Field.
As we head to the top of the second inning, as we like to as every baseball field likes to have, there's music in between innings to keep the fans occupied. And it turns out that this in between innings has turned into a sing-along. I hear Sunflower by Post Malone playing, and I hear more kids singing it than I can hear Post Malone. So it's still a fun time here at Dietrich Park as we head to the top of the second. And here to tell you about the top of the second is Dre Guinness.
All right, thank you very much, Matty G. 5-6-7 coming up for the Americans. Michael Soares, Hunter Von Zelowitz, and Miles Ooh. The 3 batters coming up. Soares, the first baseman, takes the first pitch for a called strike. 0-1, and Hayes picks up right where he left off. Swing, and there's a drive out to right field. Hooking foul. And it's 0-2. Seems like these right-handed hitters are trying to go opposite field. And that may not be a bad idea. Outfield straight away, infield straight back. 0-2 the pitch. High and inside for a ball, 1-2. Miles Ooh, the shortstop, on deck as a swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Hayes. And that will bring up the shortstop, Miles Ooh. Or make that Hunter Von Zelowitz. That was one batter ahead.
We're just having too much fun with the last name Ooh.
As the first pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1. Ooh, taking a monster rip. Coming up with nothing but oxygen. The pitch, outside for a ball, 1-1. Hayes working quickly here in the top of the second inning. Gets the sign, comes set, and the pitch. He went around, not even bother with the appeal. Home plate umpire took that one himself, and it's 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on. There's a fly ball into center field, heading over and making the catch is Clayton Kaiser for out number 2. So that'll bring up Miles Ooh. Two away here, top of the second inning. And it has gotten bright and sunny here after this morning's rain as the first pitch is swung on and missed for a called strike.
That was more of a sword than a swing. And as a pitcher, every time you see a sword like that, you are happy.
Next pitch just off the plate for a ball, 1-1. Ooh. A little bit off the plate here. It's the next pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2. So everybody's up there looking to take hacks.
And that's exactly what you want to see, especially if you're Gage Hayes. Like I said, he is going to attack the zone. He will make you swing.
As the next pitch comes in, high and away for a ball. 2-2. Hayes gets his sign, the wind and the pitch. Swung on and missed, but it gets back behind the catcher Sauger, and on the strikeout, man will go to first on the error.
Yeah, the drop third strike rule is in effect for this league. They are obviously old enough to know about it. And Miles Ooh taking surefire advantage of Sauger, unable to make the stop on that third strike. So it is another strikeout on the docket for Gage Hayes, but still 2 outs here in the top of the second.
Xavier Mann, the batter, third baseman, runner taking his lead off first. And the pitch taken right down the middle for a called strike. 0-1 the count. And I gotta say, most of these strikes today have come from swing and misses. Snap throw over to first, nothing doing. And the pitch just off the plate for a ball, 1-1. Rudder takes the lead, the 1-1 pitch. Swinging, there's a chopper foul at the plate. And it's going to be 1-2 the count. Ooh takes the lead. Snap throw back over to first. That was a little closer. Stang dropping the glove on him just a little late. And the 1-2 pitch. Just missed for a ball, 2-2. Man hasn't missed by much. When he's missed, he's still been around the plate. And the pitch. Just outside for ball, 3-2. And this is the first full count for Hayes.
Yeah, Hayes looking, the last couple of pitches have been chase pitches, curveballs low and away, looking to see if he can get Xavier Mann to chase at him. But Mann showing discipline at the plate.
And the pitch, runner goes. Taken for a ball. Oh, taken for a called strike 3. Little delayed call by the umpire. Man gets caught looking. No runs, no hits. 1 runner left on base. 3 strikeouts in the inning. And we go to the bottom of the second inning, still tied at 0 apiece.
Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by the Davies Investment Group in Painted Post, New York. In a world filled with financial choices, finding the right path can be daunting. But fear not, because the Davies Investment Group of Benjamin F. Edwards is here to guide you every step of the way. With over a century of combined experience, this dedicated team is committed to helping you achieve your financial goals. They take the time to understand your unique needs and aspirations, crafting personalized strategies designed to grow and protect your wealth. But they don't stop there. They collaborate with your trusted advisors to ensure a comprehensive approach tailored specifically to you. When it comes to your financial future, trust the experts from the Davies Investment Group of Benjamin F. Edwards. Contact Davies Investment Group today at daviesinvestmentgroup.com or visit them at 310 Town Center Road, Suite 201, Painted Post, New York, 14870. Davies Investment Group, member SIPC. We head to the bottom of the second, and the order is going to be Stang, Maldonado, and Stojanovic in that order. 4, 5, 6 coming up as Dre Guinness, with his pint of Guinness, takes over.
All right, thank you very much, Matty G. As sober as possible, Sean Duffy taking the mound for his second inning of work as Bobby Stang, first baseman, steps in. Stang, if you missed it on Tuesday, jacked a ball to left field that had to have gone at least 385 feet for a two-run shot. Tarp Skunks would love one of those right here. And the pitch, low for a ball, 1-0. Officially on the season, Stang batting 125. The pitch, inside for a ball, 2-0. Those stats from Monday and Tuesday do not count, unfortunately. But definitely a big momentum and confidence boost as the 2-0 pitch taken for a called strike, 2-1. Cheniel Maldonado on deck, brand new, just arrived yesterday, and will make his appearance in the DH slot as the 2-1 pitch taken for a called strike, 2-2. So Duffy fell behind 2-0 quickly, but has worked his way back to even the count. Stang waits. Pitch is outside for a ball, 3-2. So a full count. Tarp Skunks looking for their first base runner of the game. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled. Look out! That one hit off a pole, thankfully. And it looks like everybody's okay down the first base line.
Every time a ball is ripped foul, I have to hold my breath. But as we said, luckily everyone is okay.
3-2 pitch outside for a ball, and Stang works a leadoff walk. And that will bring up the newly acquired designated hitter, Cheniel Maldonado.
Cheniel Maldonado, 6'2", 210. He's an incoming freshman to Mercer Community College, hailing from Newark, New Jersey.
Getting his first at-bat of the season for the Skunks, as Stang taking a huge lead off of first. The pitch taken high for a ball, 1-0. Normally, when a runner takes a lead from first, their lead foot is right at the cutout. Stang is taking a extra step there as the pitch outside for a ball, 2-0.
Well, then again, Bobby Stang is 6'4", so he has the reach to be able to get back and can be a little bit more daring with that leadoff. So I'm okay with him having a larger leadoff there because he has the reach to get back.
Do you send him on 2-0?
Stang doesn't really have the speed for it. I would say no.
Here in the pitch, taken for a called strike, 2-1. DJ Stojanovic on deck. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Bobby Stang off first, the pitch. Swung in, there's a chopper toward third, and it gets under the glove of the third baseman, Xavier Mann, and everyone is going to be safe.
Again, this field playing a little bit differently today. The grass is a little bit wetter, the dirt is a little bit muddier, and so because of that, the ball is going to react differently. It's going to bounce a little bit less. Man wasn't accounting for that when he tried to field that ball, and so it went right under his glove. And just like that, runners on first and second, and nobody out. They are calling it an infield single for Shaniel Maldonado with DJ Stoyanovich now at the plate.
So Tarp Skunks threatening here. Runners at first and second. DJ Stoyanovich, his first at bat as Duffy's first pitch taken low for a ball, 1-0. Outfield again straight away. Infield playing a little bit back. Second baseman Scott trying to staying honest at second as the pitch. Swinging, there's a base hit into right field that could score a run. Staying rounding third. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's cut off. Heading into third is Maldonado, and the Tarp Skunks have a 1-0 lead.
That is a perfect placement for that ball by DJ Stoyanovich with the RBI single, and it's almost hard to hear myself talk right now with the way that these kids are showing their approval for DJ Stoyanovich and the Tarp Skunks as they take a 1-0 lead this game, drawing first blood. And Aiden Wallace to the plate now, looking to continue that with runners on the corners and make this damage a crooked number.
Aiden Wallace, a dangerous hitter, has an opportunity to bring in another run and field at double play depth. Runners at first and third, and the pitch is taken for a ball, 1-0. Stoyanovich at first, Maldonado at third.
And nobody out. In my opinion, I play aggressive here. I send Stoyanovich.
Keep him out of the double play, I agree. The pitch, swinging, there's a ground ball to third. This time picked up by Man, throw to second for one, throw to first, not in time. Run scores on the fielder's choice, and the Tarp Skunks lead 2-0.
That is, again, a good placement there. All you're looking to do is put a ball in play because that basically would score Maldonado at third. And Aiden Wallace, with his speed, able to beat out the throw from second to break up the double play. So now instead of being 2 outs and nobody on, there is 1 runner on and 1 out with Julian Sauger, who has good power, looking to see if he can be able to continue this damage as it's now 2-0.
So now runner off first, the pitch. Low for a ball, 1-0. Wallace leading off first. Taking the extra lead, Duffy checks. Kicks and throws, the pitch, swing and a miss, snap throw down to first. Ooh, almost got Wallace. And he's a little slow to get up, but thankfully looks like he's all right.
Luckily, that was more of a, good grief, I need to be a little bit more careful way to get up instead of pain getting up.
Now Harper had a tremendous snap throw to first. This is the next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2 to Sauger. Brandon McLean Banks on deck. 2-1 the count, or 1-2 the count, so make that. And the pitch. In the dirt for a ball, 2-2.
Aiden Wallace playing a very dangerous game over there at first. He is taking some very aggressive leads. Maybe they might send him here.
He looks like it. The pitch does not go in the dirt, and he's going to get to second as that ball gets past Harper all the way to the backstop. So advancing on the wild pitch.
But they did end up calling that play dead. And one of the rules that they have here at Dietrich Park is there is a netting at the backstop. If the ball hits the net when it is live, then the play is immediately called dead. Aiden Wallace could have gone to third there if the play was live, but because the play was called dead, he stays at second, and now full count.
So now Duffy in trouble, full count, fouled back by Sauger. Base hit, scores a run, still 1 away here. In the bottom of the first inning, 2 across for the Tarp Skunks. Duffy checking the runner at second, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. for the second out of the inning. Sauger goes down on strikes, and that will bring up the second baseman, Brandon McLean Banks. Banks looking for his first official hit of the season. Had a couple of hits on Monday night against Salamanca. I'm never going to hear the end of that, am I?
No, you are not.
It's probably because I'm still going to keep mispronouncing it. As Wallace takes his lead from second, the pitch. Taken for a called strike. 0-2 the count to McLean Banks. Runner will be going on contact with 2 away here. And the pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner, and that will end the inning. But 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 runner left on base. We go to the top of the 3rd inning, 2-0 Tarp Skunks. Two nothing our score from Dietrich Park here in Jamestown, New York. Tarp Skunks with the lead over the Americans. Bandog Donovan and back to the top of the order for Johnson. And here to tell you all about the top of the 3rd inning is the man, the myth, the legend, Matty G.
Thank you very much, Dre. I got my pint of Guinness. Not really, but you know, got to make a couple jokes here and there. Gage Hayes on the mound, definitely been the star of the game thus far, on defense specifically, as he has how many strikeouts through 2 innings?
5 official.
5 official strikeouts through 2 innings alone. This man has been attacking the strike zone, which is exactly what you want to see. The defense hasn't really had to do much work over the course of these 2 innings, as Gage Hayes basically just says, hey, come here, hop on my back. I'll be able to do the work and lead you to head back into the dugout quickly to let you score those 2 runs that you had in the bottom of the 2nd. Because that's what you're looking for. Defense putting up zeros, offense putting up crooked numbers. So let's see if they can continue that here in the top of the 3rd as Mason Bandock steps up to the plate for the Niagara Falls Americans.
Very
as
nice.
The first pitch inside for ball 1.
Very nice job by our guest PA announcer.
It's Kids Day. Got to let the kids have a bit of fun.
Absolutely.
As the 1-0 in there for strike 1.
You know, one thing I noticed going back to the scorebook is that Hayes has only gone 3-2 to 2 batters.
And the 1-1 ripped back up the middle towards Hayes. Hayes unable to field it, but it was picked up by McLean Banks, and it is a 4-3 put away. Good job there by McLean Banks, not getting flustered by Hayes attempting to stab at that ball. Able to field that clean and throw it over to Stang for out number 1.
You know, we were talking about pace of play on Tuesday, and you have to like the pace of play that the Tarp Skunks are running here tonight.
And that is going to bring up Ryan Donovan, the designated hitter.
As no pitch called. Already in the 3rd inning, and it feels like this game is just flying.
It really is. Well, that's what happens when you have good defense and good pitching on either side. I mean, 2 runs were scored in the top of the set or in the bottom of the 2nd, but this game can still go rather quickly as the first pitch is inside for ball 1 to Ryan Donovan. Gage Hayes just attacking that plate, not really showing a lot of off speed. Had off speed there. Show me humbled. Strike 1.
You know, that's the way it is. It's the announcer's curse. Every time you say something that they're not doing, that's when they do it.
Yeah, pretty much. As the 1-1 sword swing by Ryan Donovan And that is a big confidence booster there for Gage Hayes. Count is now 1-2. And that pitch was a chase pitch in the dirt, low and out. Counts at 2s apiece.
Yeah, that last swing by Donovan, you could see him kind of begrudgingly finish his follow-through. He was looking for something else and was completely fooled by that pitch.
So 2-2, 1 out. And the delivery from Hayes. Chop swing over towards short, picked up by Sebastianelli. Barehanded throw, and a good lunging stab by Bobby Stang over at first, almost doing the splits. And a barehanded throw by Sebastianelli. What a play for a common 6-3 put away.
Absolutely beautiful on a slow roller. Sebastianelli realized that he could not get him if he went down with his glove. Barehand sidearm fling, and an excellent stretch and scoop by Bobby Stang at first, and now there are 2 outs.
And that brings up the top of the order, Brett Johnson. Brett struck out swinging his first time up, as this pitch is a chop bunt swing over towards short, or towards the catcher. Julian Sauger picks it up barehanded as well. And that's going to be another 1-2-3 put away. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base for another 1-2-3 inning for Gage Hayes. We go to the bottom of the third. Scores still 2-0 Skunks.
Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by Prevention Works in Casa Trinity. Prevention Works in Jamestown, New York provides substance use prevention and social, emotional learning and intervention services since 1974. Casa Trinity is dedicated to empowering those on their path to recovery. Hope begins here, and recovery is possible. Both Prevention Works and Casa Trinity are pairing up to educate communities on the dangers of fentanyl that is getting too close to home. One pill is enough to kill, especially if it contains fentanyl. It only takes 2 milligrams to take a life, which equates to the tip of a pencil. Be proactive and protect your loved ones by learning more. Visit DEA.gov/onepill if you think someone you know is at risk, or call 716-664-3608. As we are set to go to the bottom of the third inning, and here to tell you all about it is the man, Matty G.
Thank you very much, Dre Guinness. So it is going to be Clayton Kaiser, Nigel Sebastianelli, and Leo Doyle, 10 then top for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks here in the top of the third, looking to continue their momentum shifting in their direction as they scored 2 runs in the bottom of the second and another 1-2-3 inning by Gage Hayes in the top of the third. Still no action in the Tarp Skunks bullpen, and for good reason. And the first pitch is behind the catcher for ball 1. Kaiser, the lefty hitter, steps in. Duffy finds his sign. And the 1-0. Foul tip into the glove of Harper. And the count's 1-1.
Officially 0 for 3 on the season with a run scored for Kaiser.
As this pitch is blooped into center field, no man's land area, but Miles makes the grab. I'm going to be having a ton of fun with Miles there over at shortstop for the day today. You can't help but laugh at yourself, right?
Oh, absolutely. You have to. Otherwise, you can't take yourself too seriously.
Absolutely. So that brings up Nigel Sebastianelli. The book has been flipped for the Skunks here in the bottom of the third. Sebastianelli did strike out swinging his first time up. As that pitch just misses us. It actually was ripped right at our camera crew.
Bad, Nigel.
That missed us by just a little bit. And Dre having a heart attack beside me. 0-1 the count for Sebastianelli. And the delivery from Duffy in the dirt.
Other games around the league today, and I know I'm going to butcher this one, but Oinoda?
Aniata.
Aniata. All right, there we go. Get it out of the way before I actually insult them live.
As that pitch is ripped down the left field line, hooking foul. And the count's now 1-2.
So Aniata and Albany was postponed today, moved to the 8th on Saturday. Saugerties is at Mohawk Valley. Newark at Batavia. Flip from last night is Batavia with a 6-5 win over Newark.
And the 1-2. Fouled back and just missing us again.
Little farther away.
But we will repeat 1 and 2 all over again.
Glens Falls at Amsterdam, 6:45. The first pitch there in the Elmira Pioneers taking on the Auburn Doubledays, 7:05. First pitch.
And the 1-2. Again, chop foul. This time at the camera crew down the right field side. The Tarp Skunks interns with their business cameras.
Sebastianelli is aiming for everybody.
He just wants to hit somebody. He just wants to hit the baseball for that matter. And the 1-2 from Duffy. Just inside.
It's a nice pitch at the letters just inside off the black.
Counts now at 2-2. As Duffy finds his pitch. And the delivery. Bloop fly ball over to Ooh at short, but he can't make the grab. He had to try and make a shoelace catch over at short, but unfortunately was unable to come up with it as his shoes stuck in the dirt and the lip of the grass. So the ball popped out of his glove. Man tried to grab it to try and make the throw over, but by then it was too late, and Sebastianelli is on first.
Yeah, that was just a tough hop, coming in on it. The ball just dropped underneath his glove. Infield playing a factor, and now the Tarp Skunks threatening again.
Leo Doyle up to the plate now as that pitch is way high and outside.
Official scorer called that a base hit, so Sebastianelli's first hit of the season.
Leo Doyle struck out his first time up. As the 1-0. Called strike one on the outside corner. This umpire favoring the outside just a little bit more than the inside today. See if the Tarp Skunks are able to adjust on that. As the 1-1. A little bit low. Tried to go for the same spot, but a couple inches difference makes the count 2-1.
Nice frame job by Harper trying to get the called strike to no avail.
Sebastianelli off first. As this pitch is hit high into center field, there's going to be a cannon corn play for Johnson. And now there's two away. And that is going to bring up the three-hitter, the left fielder, Kobe Jones.
Jones striking out in his first at-bat.
Kobe trying to keep this inning alive. Trying to put runners in scoring position here. As Sebastianelli gets checked on first. And the first pitch swung on and hit down the right field line, but drifting foul with the right fielder Boyle unable to make the grab. Tried to slide in.
Oh, give him credit. The Romanian judge gave him an 8.5 on that slide.
Well, with a wetter field, naturally you're going to have a little bit more distance on your slide. So 8.5, in my opinion, is generous.
Silver medal territory right there.
The 0-1. Swing over to first, just past the first baseman Suarez, and Sebastianelli's rounding second, and he's going to take third base as well. The throw home will be cut off by Harper, the catcher, to prevent Sebastianelli from going further. And now there are runners on the corners with two away for Bobby Stang, just the man you want to see.
Absolutely, Stang. He could put a sting on the ball with an opportunity to add more to the Tarp Skunks total here.
So Stanger looking to put a stinger on the baseball to extend their lead from 2-0. as the first pitch, swing and a miss, and he was looking to do just that with a hard swing like that.
I felt the breeze up here. Temperature dropped about 3 degrees for a second. That was a power swing and a half.
Kobe Jones off first, Sebastianelli off third, as this pitch, swing and a miss yet again.
Well, Stang has not hidden his intentions at the plate. He wants to drive one, and he's looking for one to get it to barrel up.
So the 0-2 count, the pitch from Duffy, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Bobby Stang down on 3 strikes. So no runs on 2 hits. Apologies for that. Stang unable to let the third base runner Sebastianelli come around to score as we head to the top of the 4th inning with the score still 2-0. We are now entering the top of the 4th inning. Score still 2-0 Tarp Skunks. If you're just joining us, thank you for joining us. It is a beautiful day. The sky has cleared off from the rain earlier today. It's going to be the 2-3-4 hitters for the Niagara Falls Americans against Gage Hayes, who has been dominant these past 3 innings. Isaiah Scott steps into the plate. First pitch from Hayes on the outside corner, called strike 1.
Yeah.
And Dre, Gage has been absolutely lights out over the past couple of innings.
Not only lights out, but he has established that first pitch strike on most of the hitters that he has faced here today. It's rare that he has gone 1-0 to start an at-bat. And that's the kind of performance you'd like to see out of your starting pitcher.
And the next pitch, again on the outside corner, called strike 2. So Isaiah Scott not liking either of those pitches, didn't want to bite, but the 0-2 swing and fouled off into the Tarp Skunks bullpen and foul.
Well, Scott had to have said something because the umpire came out and cleaned the plate but was having a conversation with him. So may have questioned that first strike call.
And the 0-2, well, this one a little bit farther outside. Counts now 1-2.
And credit to the home plate umpire, rather than taking offense to it, he realized that, you know what, maybe that outside corner might be a little hard to see. Let's clean off the plate.
So 1-2 the count. And the pitch from Hayes, swing and a miss. And Scott goes down on strikes, and that is strikeout number 6 for Gage Hayes. Hayes being absolutely dominant with this Niagara Falls Americans lineup, as that is the second strikeout of the night for Isaiah Scott. And that brings up the catcher, Dalton Harper.
Harper singled his first time up, was left on base.
And the first pitch to Harper on the outside corner, called strike 1.
And again, starting off with that first pitch strike, very important.
It is an absolute momentum shifter when it comes to an at-bat, as this pitch is on the a little bit more over the heart of the plate, called strike 2. Whatever pitch Gage Hayes is throwing, these Americans do not like it at all. So the 0-2 delivery from Gage Hayes, ripped down the left field line, picked up by Wallace. Long throw, good throw by Aiden Wallace, right on the money, and a 5-3 put away as Wallace had to fall to his knees in order to make that grab.
That is incredible offense or defense by Aiden Wallace. And as a starting pitcher, you have to love it. Sharp line drive and your defense picking you up instead of giving up the base hit, infield single, what have you. 5-3 put out, 2 away here in the top of the 4th.
As the next pitch from Hayes is in the dirt, ball 1. Yeah, I mean, they call it the hot corner for a reason, and Aiden Wallace was prepared for it. The infield has shifted as the 1-0 to the lefty Gavin Boyle is outside for ball 2. The infield has shifted over the lefty hitter tendency to pull the ball, so the infield making note of that as the 2-0. That one on the outside corner called strike 1.
And 3 consecutive curveballs by Hayes.
The 2-1. Chop swing over to second, fielded cleanly by McLean Banks, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. So yet another 1-2-3 inning for Gage Hayes. That's 2 in a row now. And again, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. That is what you want to see from your starting pitcher. As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, the score still 2-0 Skunks.
Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by Plyler Entry Systems in Jamestown. Plyler Entry Systems has been serving the area since 1967, and they are a proud member of the Building Association of Northwestern Pennsylvania, the Manufacturing and Business Association, and the International Door Association. They offer a wide variety of products from a number of major manufacturers within the industry. When it comes to doors, they're the experts. Plyler Entry Systems is the proud sponsor of Whiffy, the Jamestown Tarp Skunks official mascot. To learn more about Plyler Entry Systems, call 716-296-0595 or visit plylerentry.com. As we approach the bottom of the 4th inning, it'll be Maldonado, Stojanovic, and Wallace. And here to tell you all about it, once again, it's Matty G.
Thank you very much, Dre. Now, Duffy will remain out for the bottom of the 4th. I mean, he's only allowed 2 runs through 3 innings of work, so the kind of a pitcher's duel going on today as the first pitch from Duffy to Shaniel Maldonado is low for ball 1. But the Skunks getting the upper hand thus far, and it feels like the momentum is firmly in their favor right now.
Absolutely. Action starting in the Americans' bullpen.
And the 1-0 to Maldonado. Swung on and hit high into right field. But an easy play for Boyle. Can of corn out. And Shaniel is back to the dugout. That's going to bring up DJ Stojanovic. Stojanovic with an RBI single his first time up.
RBI single his first time up was part of a 5-4 fielder's choice from Aiden Wallace. Was left on base or taken off the base paths. See if he can get himself back on.
Duffy finds the sign he likes. And the first pitch to Stojanovic ripped into right field as well. And a diving grab made by Boyle. So Boyle getting his work cut out for him out in right field.
Yeah, it looked like that might have fooled Boyle off the bat a little bit as he froze, was able to pick it up and had to lunge and dive for it to make the catch.
And now all of a sudden there are quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th as that brings up Aiden Wallace. Aiden Wallace also with an RBI to his name today as his first pitch is on the outside corner called strike 1.
This game definitely moving at a quick pace.
The 0-1 low for ball 1.
Tells you that both pitchers are able to command the zone rather well.
Effective pitching is always what you are looking for when it comes to a baseball team, willing to attack that zone. As he didn't do that just there, that pitch was outside, counts 2-1. I mean, you have the defense behind you, just let them do the work, and that's what both pitchers have done so far today. So 2-1 the count, 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss from Aiden Wallace, and the count's now tied at 2s apiece.
And they're just playing soft toss in the bullpen, so just getting someone loosened up. No immediate danger to Duffy.
The 2-2. High, counts 3-2 now. Trying to get Aiden to chase at the pitch at the shoulders, but Aiden not looking to bite at that. So 3-2, 2 out, nobody on. And the pitch from Sean Duffy. Just inside, ball 4. Kind of a delayed reaction there from the umpire.
Likes to draw it out a little bit, apparently. Second walk allowed by Duffy.
And that's going to bring up Julian Sauger. Julian Sauger, known to take big hacks at the baseball. Unfortunately, he has been unable to connect at that often, as the first pitch is low and outside for ball 1. In fact, most of the times that Sauger has gone down on strikes, they have been swinging.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't take many pitches. He goes up there just hacking away.
And the 1-0 from Duffy is high for ball 2. Sauger, as a catcher with plenty of discipline at the plate, he's already learned where most of the strike zone is today. As the Niagara Falls Americans coach is going to call time, and in the middle of a 2-0 count, going to come out and have a talk with Sean Duffy. Now, if you are the Niagara Falls Americans coach, 2-0, 2 out, 1 runner on, what are you saying to him?
Quit screwing around. Quit trying to paint the corners. Go after him. He's been effective when he attacks the zone. It's really when he starts trying to get a little too cute and painting the corners is where the ball really misses the zones.
Well, this quit screwing around thing is taking a little bit longer than what you had to say. And now an umpire coming in to have a talk with the head coach.
Is he trying to buy some time here?
Well, whatever it was, it might come to fruition in a little bit.
And the intensity in the Americans' bullpen has ramped up.
As we are ready to get back in action. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 out. Aiden Wallace off first. And the pitch from Duffy. Swing and a miss.
Whew,
and Sauger swung so hard that his elbow guard came off.
I've never seen that before.
I've seen helmet coming off.
Oh, yeah.
Elbow guard?
No, never.
So 2-1 now. Duffy checks Aiden Wallace off first. And the 2-1. Low and outside. And the count's firmly in Sauger's control. 3-1 now. Aiden Wallace with a dangerous lead off first base. And the 3-1. Swing on high and into center field, but an easy can of corn play for Johnson. And there are 3 away. So no runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base for the Skunks here in the bottom of the 4th, as we're heading to the top of the 5th already. And the score is still 2-0. So Gage Hayes will remain on the mound going into the top of the fifth. This is the longest outing we have seen from any Tarp Skunks pitcher here at Dietrich Park so far this season. And Dre, let me tell you, it's for good reason.
Yeah, he picked a good day for it. So far on the day, no runs, just one hit, 2 runners allowed on base, no walks, 6 strikeouts on the day. And he's just rolling.
So it's going to be Suarez, Von Zelowitz, and Miles Ooh in that order for the top of the fifth. And here to tell you all about it is my man, Dre Guinness.
All right, thank you very much, Maddie, as Michael Soares steps in. 0 for 1, struck out his first at-bat, and the first pitch is a fly ball into right field. Going back on it is Doyle underneath it, and 1 pitch, 1 away. That'll bring up the shortstop, Hunter Von Zelowitz, the extra hitter. Why do I have shortstop in my book?
It's because you keep talking about Miles Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that's, First pitch swung on a miss, strike 1. Oh and 1 the count. To Von Zelowitz, takes a pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Von Zelowitz flied out to center in his first at-bat. Swing, and there is a replay of his first at-bat, flies out to center again. And there are 2 away quickly here. Gabe Hayes just rolling right along.
I mean, he's already almost through the Americans lineup twice now, and yet they still can't figure him out.
Miles Ooh, the batter. He struck out his first time, squares the bunt, and a pitch behind him.
Ooh. I can't help it, man. It's right there. It's low-hanging fruit.
The pitch swung on and fouled back. 1-1.
I mean, if we're not having fun, are the watcher or the viewers having fun?
I hope so.
Currently checking the bat to make sure that Ooh's bat isn't broken.
Ooh, that would be a problem.
Yay, got him on board.
And the pitch. Ooh, that just missed outside. Now I might just be going overboard here.
If you ruin the joke, I can't do it anymore.
2-2 as that pitch taken for a called strike. Oh, no. You can do it all day long.
Yeah, but there's a time that it becomes annoying, though.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the side is retired. 7th strikeout for Hayes on the day. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still Tarp Skunks 2 and Americans nothing.
Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by the Davies Investment Group in Painted Post, New York. In a world filled with financial choices, finding the right path can be daunting. But fear not, because the Davies Investment Group of Benjamin F. Edwards is here to guide you every step of the way. With over a century of combined experience, this dedicated team is committed to helping you achieve your financial goals. They take the time to understand your unique needs and aspirations, crafting personalized strategies designed to grow and protect your wealth. But they don't stop there. They collaborate with your trusted advisors to ensure a comprehensive approach tailored specifically to you. When it comes to your financial future, trust the experts from the Davies Investment Group of Benjamin F. Edwards. Contact Davies Investment Group today at daviesinvestmentgroup.com or visit them at 310 Town Center Road, Suite 201, Painted Post, New York, 14870. Davies Investment Group, member SI. PC. And Dre, it's looking to me like there is a new pitcher on the mound for the Niagara Falls Americans.
Yeah, new pitcher on the mound. It looks like Luke Blandino out of Eden, New York, 6'5", 180-pound right-handed sophomore out of Worcester Polytechnic. And, yep, 29, Blandino. And he's going to come in to face the bottom of the order. It's going to be McLean, Banks, Kaiser, and back to the top of the order with Sebastianelli. Banks struck out to end the second inning as the groundkeepers are coming in to tidy up around the home plate area. Again, a lot of rain last night in Jamestown. This morning, rain up until about 10:30 when the clouds finally parted and decided that, you know what, let's make it a good day for baseball. But that area around home plate chewed up pretty well. We'd like to go ahead and let you know that tomorrow night, the Tarp Skunks host the Auburn Doubledays. 6:30 p.m. is the first pitch right here on YouTube and at the ballpark. And then on Saturday, a rematch with these Niagara Falls Americans. That also 6:30 p.m. Our next buyout game is going to be June 14th, Friday night, against the Geneva Red Wings. You are not going to want to miss that one. Wegmans Community Buyout game next Friday. Oh, and did I forget to mention that on Wednesday the 12th, the rematch with the Batavia Muck Dogs.
Obviously, some bad blood there for the against the Batavia Muck Dogs, going down 12-3 opening night, and they're looking to see if they can have some big payback there.
Here's Brandon McLean Banks now, 0 for 1 on the day, and the first pitch from Blandino was popped up behind first base. Converging over and making the catch in foul territory is Scott for the first out of the inning.
One pitch, one away. Not what you want to see if you're a Skunks fan. Obviously, you like them attacking the ball early, but it's a new pitcher. You got to learn him.
Yeah, you have to. Not only do you should be taking at least 3 or 4 pitches, but you need to let the guys behind you see what he has.
And now Clayton Kaiser stepping into the plate. He doesn't have that ability at this point. He's going in basically blind.
Blandino comes set, kicks and throws, and the pitch down low for a ball, 1-0. Sebastianelli on deck. Doyle would hit after him if they can get on base. The tall right-hander comes set, kicks and throws, pitch ground ball down the first base line, foul. And it is 1-1 to Kaiser. Popped out to shortstop his first time up. Blandino gets the sign he likes, comes set. The pitch, curveball outside for a ball.
That curveball has a lot of bite to it, Dre. I will tell you, that pitch can be deadly if put in the right place at the right time. That thing can do some damage.
And the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Big swing by Kaiser. It's now 2-2. And I noticed the difference between his delivery on the curveball and the fastball. On the curveball, he shows it a little bit more early than he does the fastball. And the pitch. Outside for a ball, 3-2, another fastball. So now Kaiser has worked the count full here. 3-2, one away. Bottom of the 5th inning. Skunks maintaining a 2-0 lead. The pitch. Swinging, there's a drive into right field. Boyle looking up, and it is gone! A home run for Clayton Kaiser, and it's 3-0 Skunks as Kaiser goes yard over the Jamestown mattress sign.
That was an absolute monster shot, and these kids here on Kids Day getting to see what they've always wanted to, a home run in the middle of a game, and now all of a sudden I can't hear myself think. That was a monster shot on a 3-2 pitch, 3-2 challenge fastball right down the heart of the plate. And Bandino basically saying, hey, this is my best pitch, tip to you if you can get it, and that's exactly what Clayton Kaiser did.
So that'll bring up Nigel Sebastianelli as there's still a buzz in the ballpark as that one heads toward us.
And that one actually went into the press box.
Oh, did it?
Because it did not bounce back onto the field. Hopefully everyone is okay in here.
As the pitch taken for a ball, 1-1. Yeah, when that ball came off of Kaiser's bat, Boyle took a couple of steps like he would have an easy play on it. It looks like the wind might have picked it up and helped it out of here.
Whatever the case, it is now in the trees in right field.
And it is still, there is a buzz in this ballpark as the next pitch taken for a strike, 1-2.
That one's kind of a difficult call there. Sebastianelli didn't agree with it as the catcher Harper was unable to hold it into his glove.
As Blandino comes set and the pitch. Curveball fouled. Back third base side and lands in the Tarp Skunks dugout.
Thomas Schroeder in the dugout having to duck out of the way of that, almost hitting him. But luckily they are A-OK.
You got to die for that, Tommy.
If anyone would, it would be Thomas Schroeder.
So let's do it again. 1-2, one away here. One run already in on the home run by Kaiser. And the pitch. Swinging, there's a chop foul. Third base side, and we'll do it again. Sebastianelli 1 for 2 on the day. Struck out in the first. Singled and advanced to third back in the third inning where he was left. Looking to pick up his second hit of the ball game. Behind in the count, 1-2. Blandino comes set, the pitch. In the dirt for a ball, 2-2.
Yeah, Sebastianelli doing a good job of keeping this plate appearance alive. You know, they want to score more runs off of the momentum shifter by Clayton Kaiser, the number 10 hitter who has struggled a little bit in the past here at Dietrich Park, but all of a sudden it looked like his bat decided to break open.
2-2 pitch, foul tipped into the glove of the catcher Harper, and that is going to be out number 2. First strikeout for Blandino, and that'll bring up Leo Doyle. Doyle, the right fielder, struck out back in the first, flied out to center in the second. Stands in as Blandino gets his sign. Wind starting to kick up a little bit in the pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. You know, this game has gone kind of quick. As a player, you like faster games. As an announcer, do you like them faster or do you like them slower?
It doesn't really matter to me as long as I'm getting to watch a baseball game.
And the pitch, there's a fly ball into left field heading toward the line, and it is a foul ball. And that was foul by maybe a half an inch. That looked like it was right on the line.
I hear some of the Tarp Skunks players and some of the adults that are here tonight arguing with the home plate umpire that it hit the line. If it does hit the line, it is a fair ball. But according to the home plate umpire, it just missed.
So 0-2 now to Doyle. And the pitch. High for a ball, 1-2. Try to get him to chase the high fastball.
Not a bad idea. 0-2, usually people are sitting dead curveball.
So now the 1-2 count. And the pitch. Swung on ground ball, foul past third. So Doyle's staying alive here, making Blandino work a little bit. Bat resting on the shoulder, bouncing now. Doyle waits. Blandino pitch, swinging. There's a drive into left field. Heading back on it, though, and underneath it is Bandock, and we'll put it away to end the inning. 1 run, 1 hit on the home run by Clayton Kaiser. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Tarp Skunks 3, Americans nothing.
Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by Prevention Works and Casa Trinity. Prevention Works in Jamestown, New York provides substance abuse prevention and social, emotional, learning, and intervention services since 1974. Casa Trinity is dedicated to empowering those on their path to recovery. Hope begins here, and recovery is possible. Both Prevention Works and Casa Trinity are pairing up to educate communities on the dangers of fentanyl that's getting too close to home. 1 pill is enough to kill, especially if it contains fentanyl. It only takes 2 milligrams to take a life, which equates to only the tip of a pencil. Be proactive and protect your loved ones by learning more. Visit dea.gov/1pill if you think someone you know is at risk, or call 716-664-3608. New pitcher on the mound for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks. It is going to be Hayden Givens Craig out of the University of Tampa. 5'11", 180 pounds, hailing from Little Rock, Arkansas. He is a junior and a criminology major. When he played in 2024 as a sophomore, he played on their JV team, made 9 appearances, 6 of them started. 31 innings of work, 43 hits, 26 runs, 19 earned, a 5.52 ERA, 9 walks, 36 Ks. Good numbers there by Hayden Givens Craig. Hopefully he will be able to continue the momentum from Gage Hayes, who went 5 scoreless innings, only allowing 1 hit throughout the entirety of it. And Dre, that's a gem of an outing if ever I saw one.
Yeah, he spun a beauty. 5-inning pitch. 7 strikeouts, nobody walked, 1 hit, and he is qualified for the win here as Hayden Givens Craig steps on the mound for his first inning of work.
And another sing-along has started for the kids in the stands as I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas begins to play.
You know, it's always a good time at the ballpark when the kids are out here. That's really when it's a good time, because this is a kids' game. This is a game that kids love.
And like I said, there are 2,300 of them here today.
And we're feeling the energy off of all 2,300 as the first pitch to Xavier Mann is taken for a called strike. 0-1. It's going to be Mann, Bandock, and Donovan, the bottom of the order, up for the Americans, as the next pitch is down for a ball. 1-1. Mann struck out back in the 2nd inning. It's only his 2nd plate appearance. Is a ground ball to 3rd. Wallace has it, throw on to 1st. And that is an easy out. First out of the inning. And that will bring up the left fielder, Mason Bandock. Continuing with the efficiency of pitch counts.
Yeah, these Americans, not a lot of them. If I recall, only one of the strikeouts that Gage Hayes had was looking.
First pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. Let's take a look at that real quick. Yeah, 1 strikeout look and everything else has been gone down swinging. And the pitch. Ground ball foul down the 3rd base line. Takes it to 0-2.
So these Americans, they're thinking that they're right on these pitches, you know, just swinging, just missing the ball, foul balls all over the place.
The 0-2. Swung on, ground ball, base hit past 3rd into left field. He's heading to 2nd base. The throw into the bag is not in time. And a 1-out double for Mason Bandock.
Yeah, good piece of hitting there. He turned on that pitch early and it just got by Aiden Wallace and just made it fair down the third baseline. A pitch like that is a long way for Kobe Jones out in left field to come in and get the ball. A perfect opportunity for Bandock to round first and take off for second, and his speed brought him in there. And now it's the first time that the Americans have had a runner in scoring position as Ryan Donovan steps up.
Only the third base runner for the Americans in this game. Second hit allowed as the pitch on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. One away here. Top of the sixth inning. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Ryan Donovan was thinking 380 feet down the left field line with that swing.
Undoubtedly. Looking to try to get the Americans back in this game, down 3, and the pitch. Swing, and there's a weak chopper to the pitcher. Hayden Craig throws on the first for the out. Advancing the third is Bandock, and now with 2 away, we go back to the top of the order for the center fielder, Brett Johnson. Johnson on the day 0 for 2, struck out, grounded out to the pitcher in his last at bat. And Givens Craig, even with that ground ball double past third, has been pretty effective around that strike zone. As the first pitch is swung on, there's a rope into left field. Falling is Jones. It's going to go all the way to the wall. 1 run scores. Rounding second, on his way to third. The throw in gets past the third baseman Wallace and into third with an RBI triple, Brett Johnson, and it is now 3-1.
Yeah, Kobe Jones had a bad read off of the bat out in left field, was originally coming in on that ball. It landed at the warning track. By the time he realized it, it was too late, and the wet conditions yet again coming into play here as he slips and falls out in left field. And as he got up, he was looking around and had no idea where the ball was by the time that it hit the wall, which allowed Brett Johnson to trot around for second and make it all the way to third.
As Isaiah Scott steps in, takes the first pitch for a strike, still 2 away. Runner at third, swinging a foul tip at the plate. So the Americans on the scoreboard now, 2 hits here in the inning. Neither of them have been cheapies, though. It has been solid contact on both. As the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Edward making a foul tip.
Luckily, the umpire has better hearing than we do. The kids in the crowd make it difficult to hear down at the home plate.
It is hard today. And the pitch. Foul tipped again. But you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way.
Absolutely.
I'd rather not be able to hear myself than to hear crickets.
That is very true. You'd rather have a ton of people in the stands than nobody in them.
Absolutely. And the pitch swung on a foul back again. Scott staying alive. Struck out back in the first and in the fourth. So 0 for 2 on the day, looking to avoid the hat trick. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that will do it.
Speaking of hat trick.
Third strikeout for Scott on the day, but the Americans get back on the scoreboard. 1 run, 2 make that 1 run, 2 hits, 1 runner left on base. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tarp Skunks 3, Niagara 1.
Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by Plyler Entry Systems in Jamestown. Plyler Entry Systems has been serving the area since 1967. They are a proud member of the Builders Association of Northwestern Pennsylvania, the Manufacturer and Business Association, and the International Door Association. They offer a wide variety of products from a number of the major manufacturers within the industry. When it comes to doors, They're the experts. Plyler Entry Systems is the proud sponsor of Whiffy, the Jamestown Tarp Skunks' official mascot. To learn more about Plyler Entry Systems, call 716-296-0595 or visit plylerentry.com. So Luke Blandino will remain on the mound for the Americans. However, it looks like the Americans are making a switch over at third base. I unfortunately do not have a name. Oh, there he is. Rex Smith will now be playing third base for the Americans, replacing Xavier Mann. But here to talk about the bottom of the sixth and Kobe Jones leading off is Dre Guinness.
All right, Kobe Jones, the batter, facing Blandino in his second inning of work, takes the first pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Jones 1 for 2 on the day, singled back in the third, struck out in the first inning. As Rex Smith, now the new third baseman for the Americans, popped up foul back our way and out of play. 1-1 the count.
Again, little heart attacks here and there, Dre.
Well, it's got to keep me awake.
I thought caffeine did that.
Well, I'm old. Ground ball to first. Unable to pick it up cleanly, but does throw on a first diving slide. And Kobe Jones gets in with a base hit.
Kind of an unethical play there by Kobe Jones, sliding into first base, something that you don't see every day, as he was able to slide in and just beat the throw. He saw the bobble by the first baseman, Suarez, and because of that, he picked up his pace very, very quickly, and he was able to slide in safely for Bobby Stang and nobody out.
And the official score does give him a base hit, so now 2 for 3 for Kobe Jones on the day. Bobby Stang, 1 for 2, or make that 0 for 1 on the day. Walked back in the second, scored on the Stoyanovich single. Struck out in the third, takes the first pitch for a strike. Jones off first. Blandino gets the sign, the pitch, fouled off, out of play, heads up in the concourse.
Not only heads up in the concourse, but heads up for the buses as well.
Yeah. That's something that we forgot to talk about on Tuesday. They added a new TV out in the concourse area that you can actually see the games and hear us, which is scary. Fouled straight back, staying alive for Bobby Stang, still 0-2.
So if you're going to get some concessions, hey, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you with us while you wait for your hot dogs and hamburgers and buffalo wing dip.
Jones takes his lead off first. The 0-2 pitch taken high for a ball, 1-2. Wind still blowing from left to right. Not as hard as it was at the beginning of the game. And the pitch. Outside, just barely for a ball, 2-2. Stang had to have ice water in his veins to take that one. Looking to put a charge into one here. Jones off first. The pitch. Swinging. There's a drive. Left field. Deep. Way back. It is off the top of the wall. Rounding third. Or running second into third is Jones. Into second with a hard double is Bobby Stang. And the Tarp Skunks have runners at second and third with nobody out.
I could have sworn that that ball was going to be out of the park off the bat of Stang yet again. And I was about to talk about how jealous I was going to be of you, Dre Guinness, because you have gotten to call every single play and every single home run, the 2 that we've had this season thus far. No, I'm looking to call at least 1.
You got Stang's first home run.
Did I? I don't remember. I could have sworn you had that one.
No, well, see, on Monday, they're going to call for the intentional, or they're going to check the appeal. He did not leave early. I don't know what they're going to see if he missed first base.
They were going to check and see if Stang missed first base as he trotted into second unsuccessfully. I don't believe that is what the umpires were focusing on at the time, but a good attempt there, as that brings up Shaniel Maldonado with 2 runners in scoring position.
Maldonado already with a base hit back in the second. He scored on Stoyanovic's single, flied out to right back in the fourth, has an opportunity to put some runs on the board for the Skunks. As the 1-0 pitch, swing and a foul back to the backstop, 1-1. Yeah, Monday night, I had the big 7-run inning. Tuesday, you had the big 6-run inning. So it seems like every other game, one of us is going to get a big one.
Hey, as long as it gives both of us our time to shine.
That's right. Swinging, there's a base hit, opposite field into right field, and he can't come up with the ball. It goes behind Boyle. 2-run score. Holding at second is Maldonado, and it is now 5-1.
That is a solid piece of hitting going opposite field with 2 runners on. The perfect place to put that ball to allow both runners to try to score. But the way it was placed, originally only Jones on second was going to be able to score. But again, the wet conditions coming into play, the ball did not bounce as much as the right fielder Boyle thought it was going to, and it just rolls right underneath his glove and behind him, allowing Bobby Stang on second to come around and score, and it is now 5-1 Tarp Skunks.
Couple of loud hits here in the bottom of the 6th inning as Stoyanovich comes up, takes the first pitch for a called strike, 0-1. Stoyanovich 1 for 2 today, 2 RBIs, had a 2-run single back in the 2nd inning. Flied out to right back in the 4th, has an opportunity to drive in another run. And the pitch, swinging a foul off to the right, heads up and out of the stadium. And that's got to hit, I think that hit a bus.
It almost hit a bus. Some of the kids starting to clear out now.
Making a mental note that we need to start looking for car insurance sponsors. Better not say that too loud. Christian might put me on that.
But it's like, oh, you want a car sponsorship? Go get it.
All right. 0-2 the count. Swing and a miss. And Stoyanovich goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning. And that will bring up the first baseman, Aiden Wallace, 0 for 1 on the day. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the 2nd. Walked in the 4th. Officially 0 for 1. As Blandino checks the runner at second, the pitch swings outside for a ball. I was going to start saying swing, and then I realized he didn't swing. Maybe
just because there's something that you want to happen doesn't mean that it's going to happen.
Maybe I need another one of those foul balls coming back here.
Good morning. Good morning, McFly. Are you there, McFly?
As the next pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. The McFly you have tried to reach is no longer in service. Wallace stands in. 1-0 the count. And the pitch. Swinging. There's a pop-up. Right field, playable. Making the catches, Boyle. No tag. Maldonado stays at second, and there are 2 away.
It would have been a good attempt if Maldonado had tagged up at second. I don't believe he realized how many outs there were. I think he might have thought there were 2 outs as he started to run towards third on that, shaking his head saying, that's my fault. He would have had a good attempt at third with where the ball was placed, but now stuck at second for the time being with Julian Sauger up now.
Sauger, the batter, 0 for 2 on the day, struck out back in the second inning. Flied out in the fourth, takes the first pitch for a called strike, 0-1. Maldonado at second, 2 runs across here. And the pitch. Swinging, there's a drive into right center field. That's going to get into the gap and roll all the way to the wall. Maldonado scores, rounding second and holding is Sauger with an RBI double, and it is now 6-1.
And that is a great piece of hitting there by Julian Sauger. I believe that is either his first or second hit on the season here at Dietrich Park. And what a perfect place it was. The center fielder was shading more towards left field, so the gap in right field for the power alley was very, very wide, and he put it right into no man's land, getting by both the center fielder Johnson and the right fielder Boyle, and it was an easy trot into home for Shaniel Maldonado. And just like that, it is now 6-1 Skunks.
Brandon McLean banks the batter. Sauger off second, 7th batter of the inning for the Tarp Skunks as the first pitch on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. It was smooth sailing for the Americans, with the exception of the second inning. Blandino, though, running into problems here in the 6th. 3 across as the pitch. Swinging, there's a chopper. Blandino can't glove it. Picked up by Rex Smith. Throw on to first. And the inning is over. But 3 runs on 3 hits. 1 runner left on base. We go to the top of the 7th inning. It's 6-1 Tarp Skunks. Six to 1 Tarp Skunks as we go to the top of the 7th inning. It's going to be Smith for his first at bat, Bandock, and Donovan, the bottom of the order for the Americans. And here with the 7th and 8th inning, it's Matty G.
Thank you very much, Dre. You know, I got to take a look at the Jamestown Tarp Skunks YouTube chat. Real Phoenix TV, always a great day when Tarp Skunks baseball is on. You can't help but agree with that, right?
I cannot, not at all.
Especially in a situation like this, 5-run lead, score is 6-1 Tarp Skunks.
Turned out to be an absolutely gorgeous day for baseball.
We started out a little wet in the day, but now the sky has cleared off and it is bright blue as the first pitch is in there for strike 1. Pinch hitter for the Niagara Falls Americans, it is Dalton Harper, the Buffalo, New York native out of Georgia Southern University. As the next pitch to Harper is in the dirt.
Looks like Smith was rewarded by his defensive effort by having a seat.
A swing and a miss for Dalton Harper And the count's now sitting at 1-2. And Hayden Givens-Craig in firm control here. As a strike him out chant shouts out from the fans as a grounder over towards second and short. Fielded over by Sebastianelli. Long throw in time for out number 1. Man, that was a long throw there by Nigel Sebastianelli. He was deep in the hole, almost Derek Jeter-esque distance, able to make the throw and out in time with about a step or two to spare.
Well, showing those quick hands, too, scooping the ball, making the quick transition to his throwing hand, and getting Harper by a couple of steps at first. That is tremendous athleticism.
And now it is going to be Mason Bandock, as that is lined down the right field line, drifting foul. Counts 1-1, and I'm apologizing. There is now another pinch hitter for the Niagara Falls Americans, is going to be Gavin Boyle. Gavin Boyle out of SUNY Niagara, a freshman there from Gasport, New York, his hometown. 6'3", 220, big guy. And the strike him out chants from the kids in Kids Day still continuing to ring out as the 1-1 pitch from Hayden Givens-Craig is in the dirt. 2-1 now.
We think Donovan's on deck, but it looks like they're making some changes. That's going to be Michael Soares on deck.
As that pitch is fouled back to the backstop right underneath the two of us. And the count's now even at 2s apiece.
Which actually, if Soares comes up, that doesn't make sense because he'd be batting out of order.
So 2-2 the count. As that pitch just misses the plate. Full count now.
Never mind, that's my mistake. Wrong spot in the scorebook. See, I told you I needed another one of those line drives at me.
Would you rather I yell boo at you to scare you awake?
No, just hit me with a steel chair. I'll be fine.
3-2, 1 out, nobody on. And the payoff pitch from Craig hit high over the American bullpen. Luckily, no children are over there to get hit by the ball, and we will redo 3-2 over again.
That's my fault. I got overzealous. I was trying to get to the 8th inning already.
Look, just because you got a hot date later tonight doesn't mean the rest of us do.
What do you mean tonight? I got a hot date every night. I'm married.
Let's go.
And happily so.
Givens-Craig comes set. And the payoff. Liner over towards second, fielded cleanly by McLean Banks, and it is a 4-3 put away. And now there are 2 down here in the top of the 7th. And it's going to be Michael Soares up now.
Soares on the day, 0 for 2, strikeout and flied out to right.
And this first pitch, lined back by Givens-Craig, almost hitting him, but it got by him, and it's going to be a seeing eye single up the middle on the first pitch for Michael Soares.
Yeah, Soares not waiting around, running out of outs here in the 7th inning, already 2 down. First pitch hack and getting himself on base.
And that's going to bring up Hunter Von Zelowitz. Von Zelowitz 0 for 2 on the day. 2 flyouts to center field so far. Kaiser out in center having his number. As first pitch lined into the right center field gap, and that's going to get down for a base hit. The runners will hold at first and second, and 2 straight first pitch hits for Soares and Von Zelowitz. And the Americans bat showing some signs of life here with only 2 away. As that brings up Miles Ooh.
2 on, 2 out. And they're taking first pitch hacks. I'm thinking if I'm Sauger, I'm calling a curveball or a breaking ball, something with some motion, maybe inside or off the plate.
Ooh, that's a good idea. As the first pitch is exactly that, but does not chase. And the count is 1-0 as that pitch was in the dirt. And the 1-0, sorry, is grounded over to third. Fielded is Wallace. The throw in the dirt, fielded hop by Bobby Stang, and the side is retired. No runs on 2 hits, 2 runners left on base as we are going to head to the bottom of the 7th and the 7th inning stretch. Score still 6-1.
New pitcher on the mound for the Americans, Mike Helig, 6 foot, 190-pound right-hander out of SUNY Brockport, lives in Rochester, New York. And so he will take over here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And what do you know? It's Matty G.
Hey, what's going on, Dre? How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I am having a fantastic time as well, as the Tarp Skunks are currently leading 6-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. All of this started back in the 2nd inning where they were able to put 2 runs across, a run across in the 5th on the home run by Clayton Kaiser, and 3 runs across last inning. And the defense showing flashes of greatness tonight. The pitching being efficient, the defense being lights out for the most part, as only 5 hits were scattered for the Americans thus far. As the man with the home run back in the 5th inning will lead things off for the Skunks, Clayton Kaiser, Nigel Sebastianelli, and Leo Doyle in that order. We'll face the new pitcher, Mike Helig, as we get ready for the bottom of the 7th, as the grounds crew takes a little time to make sure that the now drying field is still considered playable. Those dirt chunks you have a tendency to trip over if you're on that field at this time.
Yeah, that's, one of the hazards of playing on a wet field is that your spikes get gummed up.
So the freshman from Willard, Missouri, steps up to the plate, and Helig steps up onto the mound, and we are ready to go here in the bottom of the 7th.
It's going to be Kaiser, Sebastianelli, and Doyle facing Helig.
And his first pitch outside for ball 1.
He has a funky delivery. Throwing that pitching arm way out behind him before slinging it around.
And the 1-0. Swing and a miss.
Certainly effective, though, because he's got some heat coming out of that cannon.
That pitch was up above the numbers. And Kaiser chase. And the 1-1. Called on the inside corner, strike 2. And now the home run hitter from 2 innings ago, finding himself in a 1-2 deficit. He did end up hitting that home run on a full count, though. So you never know what Kaiser will be able to pull out. As the 1-2 from Mike Helig. Just off the outside corner, Good frame job there by Harper, holding it there for about a half a second, but the umpire thinking it was just off the black, and it's 2-2. Very quick pitching here from Helig as the 2-2 is way outside, and the count is now full. Are we going to see deja vu by Clayton Kaiser here this at-bat?
Well, you know, the table is set for him, 3-2. Looking for a pitch to barrel up.
And the payoff. Swing and a miss. He was looking for that very same thing. He was looking for that deja vu as he took a very hard hack at that, but just misses it, and he is down on strikes for the first out of the inning. But that'll bring up the top of the order as Nigel Sebastianelli steps up.
Sebastianelli 1 for 3 on the day, singled back in the third, struck out in the first and fifth. His fourth plate appearance on the day for the left-hander.
Helig finds what he likes. And that pitch is outside for ball one.
Breaking ball took something off on the first pitch to Sebastianelli, trying to get him guessing.
And the 1-0. Again, just a little bit outside. See, those pitches have me questioning a little bit. Maybe the umpire's favoring the inside corner now. Maybe switching the zone up as we head to the ending game. As that pitch is high, and Sebastianelli is now facing a 3-0 count.
At this stage of the game, bottom of the seventh inning, 5-run lead. Go ahead and give him the green light.
I did not see any movement from Julian over at third, so I think he's doing just that. As the 3-0 pitch. He decided to hold up on that as that one was down the heart of the plate, just a little on the outside corner. And the 3-1. Called strike two on the outside corner. That one looking a little bit outside from our angle, but the count is now full. And I heard you say, ooh, Miles is not up right now. He's over at short.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies, Miles.
And the payoff. Fouled over at the Pew Crew side, and it is a race for the kids to get the ball. And the kid gets the souvenir. And we will do 3-2 over again. Sebastianelli's pitch from Helig. Chop swing over to Helig himself. He will trot over and take it, and is a 1-3 put away. So 2 outs now here in the bottom of the seventh. And that's going to bring up Leo Doyle.
Doyle 0 for 3 on the day, struck out, flied out to center and left field. Looking for his first hit of the afternoon.
Leo Doyle, the freshman from Wagner College, hoping to keep this inning alive and try to extend the lead out as the first pitch is on the outside corner, called strike one. Tarp Skunks trying to learn this funky pitching from Mike Helig, trying to maybe seeing a few more pitches here and there as it's maybe tough to time. The 0-1 swung on and hit high into right into left field. Bandocks underneath it, and he will make the grab for the third out. So a 1-2-3 inning for Mike Helig. No runs, no hits, nobody on. As we head to the top of the eighth inning with the score still 6-1.
Other games around the division, the Aniata Albany game postponed today will take place on Saturday at 6:30 p.m. for the first pitch. The Socrates Stallions will take on Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs at 6:35. The Newark Pilots and Batavia Muck Dogs play the second game of a back-to-back, 6:35 at Batavia. Glen Falls Dragons and Amsterdam Mohawks, that's 6:45. And the Elmira Pioneers taking on the Auburn Doubledays, 7:05 for the first pitch. Yesterday in league action, the Elmira Pioneers beat the Geneva Red Wings 2-1, and Batavia beat Newark 6-5. Batavia opened up that game with a 5-run first inning, scored one throughout, and Newark had 2 opportunities late in the game. In the 8th inning, though, with 2 outs, runners at second and third, was either a botched hit and run or a called steal, but the runner was thrown out at third to kill the rally. And then in the 9th inning, the Newark Pilots were just unable to get anyone across. But close ball game, and they will do it again tonight, this time in Batavia. Hayden's Given Craig starts his next inning of work, and here to tell you all about the top of the 8th inning, once again, it's Matty G.
Thank you very much. And this is going to be Rex Smith taking the place of Xavier Mann at third base, so he will be getting his first at-bat. It is going to be Mann, Bandock, and Donovan, the bottom of the order for Hayden Givens Craig here in the top of the 8th.
Smith, who had a tremendous defensive play back in the bottom of the 6th inning.
As this first pitch is called strike one, there was a check swing there from Rex Smith. I'm not 100% certain if that called strike was on the pitch or on the swing, or both. But the count's 0-1 nonetheless.
Either way, the umpire got it right.
And that pitch is in the dirt and counts at 1s.
Outfield straightaway, infield, normal depth.
The 1s ripped.
Whew.
Foul. First base coach for the Americans having a bit of a heart attack there. And then he looks at his dugout and says, "That's my fault. I should have had that." The tap of the chest is the normal signal for a baseball player saying, "That's my fault." So he's making a joke with his team saying, "I should have had that. I'm sorry." But the 1-2. Another chop foul over towards the American dugout, this time a little closer to them.
I don't know. That could be the international signal for "I'm about to have a heart attack. Please bring me a nitro pill from the dugout." I don't know. My international sign language is a little lacking.
So 1-2 for Rex Smith. And the pitch from Givens Craig in the dirt counts now at 2-2. Rex Smith, a freshman from the State College of Florida, hailing from Sarasota, Florida. So probably feeling that this weather is a little bit cold for him. As the 2-2, swinging a high foul over towards Aiden Wallace, and he will make the grab in foul territory, and Rex Smith is down for the count. One away here. And that'll bring up Mason Bandock.
Bandock 1 for 2 on the day, doubled back in the 6th, scored the Americans' only run on Johnson's triple. Also grounded out to short back in the 3rd. So 1 for 2 on the day.
And Bandock's first pitch from Hayden Givens Craig is a weak liner up the middle, fielded by Sebastianelli. Quick throw, and in time, a quick bang-bang play. And another flash of the glove by Nigel Sebastianelli as that weak ball up the middle had a close call at first.
Sebastianelli has been a vacuum cleaner over at shortstop, not letting anything get past him, and he's been able to rip down runners with ease.
And there's going to be a pinch hitter for Ryan Donovan with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. There's going to be Sammy Kantakos. Cantakos from Pittsburgh, PA, 6'1", 210, a sophomore from Lansing Community College, as his first pitch hits him in the knee. So not really a productive at-bat, if you wanted to call it. He kind of shook his head saying, what do I got to get hit on the first pitch? I wanted to actually hit the ball.
Instead, ball hits you.
What is this? What is this, opposite day? As it is going to be the top of the order now, Brett Johnson up to the plate. Brett Johnson with a double his last time up. And his first pitch ripped into center field as the center fielder slips. Kaiser slipped out in center field and was dropped to a knee, but somehow manages to make the stretch to make the grab. I don't know how he manages to stick with it, but whatever the case, it is the third out of the inning. And wow, what determination by Clayton Kaiser out in center.
I mean, that's, we've seen some spectacular plays today. That one I would say that deserves to be a Sports Center top 10 or a web gem if they still do web gems.
Good grief.
That was incredible.
So off the determination by Clayton Kaiser out in center, that ends the top of the eighth. No one across, no hits, one left on base. And we're going to head to the bottom of the eighth, and the score is still Tarp Skunks 6, Americans 1.
And support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by Plyler Entry Systems, the Davis Investment Group, and Prevention Works in Casa Trinity. We'd like to thank our sponsors for helping to make this and every live stream of the 2024 season possible. We'd also encourage all businesses and organizations serving residents in Jamestown and Chautauqua County to consider being a Tarp Skunks live stream sponsor for this or future seasons by calling us at 716-705-5600, emailing us at contactus@tarpskunks.net, or using the contact form on our website, tarpskunks.com. All sponsors are recognized during each home game during our live stream broadcast, and also by Jeremy Becker, our PA announcer. Thank you for our current sponsors and to anyone else considering being a future sponsor of Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball. 7.5 in the books as we go to the bottom of the eighth inning. Kobe Jones coming up to bat, and Matty G coming up to the mic.
Thank you very much. Kobe Jones, Bobby Stang, Shengel Maldonado in that order for the Skunks this inning, as their first pitch from Helig. It's high and outside to Kobe Jones.
Jones has had a heck of a day at the plate, 2 for 3, a strikeout, 2 singles, and a run scored back in the sixth.
And his 1-0 pitch. It's inside. Gets by the catcher to the backstop. Counts now 2-0.
After the
that pitch foul back. Counts now 2-1.
After the game on Tuesday with 6 or 7 Tarp Skunks hit by pitches, only one hit by pitch today.
And it wasn't even on the Tarp Skunks on offense at the time.
Yeah.
So 2-1. And the pitch. Lined over to second, and a quick grab by Scott over at second base. Cat-like reflexes by Scott. And he will sit Kobe Jones back down. But that brings up Bobby Stang with one away.
Stang, who's also had a good day at the plate. He's walked, scored a run, struck out, and doubled and scored a run back in the sixth inning on Maldonado's 2-run double.
Stang not known to not show his power, as his first pitch, high and inside. Whenever Stang swings, you know he's going to be swinging for the fences.
We've already had one jacked out of here today, looking to get another one.
As his 1-0 pitch is also high. I don't know how you can throw a high pitch to someone who's 6'4". As the Giant now faces a 2-0 count.
Yeah, he'd look good in a Giants uniform.
I'll stick to a Pirates uniform, thank you very much.
Well, you know. As long as it's not the Yankees or the Dodgers, I'm okay.
Well, the Pirates are going for a sweep of the Dodgers tonight.
And
so.
let's go Pirates.
Yeah, so the 2-0 count now, 2-0, one away, nobody on. And the pitch from Mike Helig is on the inside corner, called strike one. Bobby Stang, the redshirt freshman from Georgia Southern University. His 2-1 is also over the heart of the plate. Counts now 2-2. And I think Bobby Stang was jelly-legged on that pitch. I think he was looking for something different.
He might have been. And for Stang, you know, he's got to be comfortable in this kind of humidity. This is actually mild humidity compared to the south.
And the 2-2. Chop swing over towards short. Fielded quickly by the shortstop, Miles Ooh. But Ooh was not able to make a throw over. And Stang with an infield single.
Yeah, it looked like that ball hit the edge of the cutout of the pitcher's mound behind the rubber, slowed it down for a second, and completely took Ooh out of the play.
And that will bring up Shaniel Maldonado with one away and Bobby Stang off first. Tarp Skunks looking to add to their 5-run lead so far this game here in the bottom of the 8th.
Maldonado 2 for 3 with a double, a single, and a strikeout. Oh, no. Make that 2 for 3 with a single, a double, 2 RBI, and a fly out to right.
As his first pitch was low and away for ball one. Stang leads off first. Gets checked by Mike Helig. And the delivery. High for ball two.
You can hear the kids chanting, "Let's go Skunks." They have been, to their credit, they have been into this game the entire way.
And I'm seeing a wave over here in the stands on the third base side. So these kids are known to have a good time at the ballpark as the 2-0 to Maldonado. Swing and a miss, a healthy hack.
And if you want to have a good time at the ballpark, your next opportunity is going to be tomorrow night as the Auburn Double Days come in to take on the Jamestown Tarp Skunks, 6:30 for the first pitch. Would love to see you down here at Dietrich Field.
So 2-1 the count to Shaniel. Runner gets checked. And it was an interesting scenario. Shaniel thought that there was too much time being taken, asked for time, but Mike Helig was already in his delivery, so the home plate umpire was unable to give it to him as he had to give a check swing that ended up being foul. So the count is now 2-2. So the 2-2 to Shaniel Maldonado. Called strike three on the outside corner. And the catcher, Harper.
You thought it was 3 outs?
The catcher, Dalton Harper, thought it was 3 outs and just rolled the ball at Mike Helig. But everyone else stayed on the field. He was almost to the dugout by the time he realized no one was following him in. And he probably has to be beat red now as DJ Stoyanovich steps up to the plate.
Well, you know, he's glad he's wearing the mask so no one could see it. It looks like he was trying to play mound ball a little early. You ever play mound ball?
I have. Haven't been able to win, but I've played.
I think we might have a game coming up here.
First pitch to DJ Stoyanovich is away for ball one. As Helig steps up on the mound. Stang off first. And the pitch. Swing, and there's a liner into right field, but an easy can of corn play for Boyle. And now, Harper, there are 3 outs. No runs on 1 hit and 1 runner left on base. We're heading to the top of the 9th with a 3-out and a handshake scenario for the Tarp Skunks, as it is 6-1. And to take you the rest of the way, it is my man, Dre Guinness.
Thank you very much. We'll just keep it here for the mid-inning break as we are going to the top of the 9th inning. Tarp Skunks with a 6-run lead, 2 runs in the second, 1 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th. Americans able to put up a run in the 6th. 1 run, 5 hits for the Americans, 6 run, 9 hits, and no errors for the Skunks. Gabe Hayes started this game, went 5 innings, struck out 7, walked nobody, gave up 1 hit. And Hayden Givens-Craig has come in and done a spectacular job. Looks like he is going to start his 4th inning of work and try to close this game out for the Tarp Skunks.
This is the perfect thing that you want to see from Tarp Skunks pitching. Efficiency, eating up innings. Like, only 2 pitchers have been used by the Tarp Skunks with very little activity in the Tarp Skunks bullpen right now. You want to save pitching, save arms, make sure as many people are as fresh and ready as possible going into these next couple of games as they're going to face the Americans again. They're going to face the Auburn Double Days tomorrow. They want to make sure they have as many people as possible should everything hit the fan.
And both pitchers for the Tarp Skunks today have done exactly what Ben Julian needed. Taken a brunt of those innings, so fresh arms for the rest of the weekend.
Pinch hitter for the Americans, this is Dominic Mariani.
Mariani takes the first pitch for a strike. He's got a wide open stance, hits one up the middle for a base hit. So the pinch hitter gets aboard with nobody out.
And a good mentality by Hayden Givens-Craig. I heard him look at the catcher, Julian Sauger, and he looks at him and goes, that's okay.
And that's, definitely a good attitude to have. Now, the question is, working 4 innings, is this going to set him up for a save?
No, it will not. A save has to be 4 runs or less in order for it to count as an actual save.
That's always been a rule that's confused me as the first pitch was taken for a ball. Dalton Harper, the batter, is a snap throw over to first. Harper on the day has singled, grounded out to third, and grounded out to shortstop. As Mariani leads from first, throw over, chases him back.
If there's one thing I got to point out, it's the American flag socks of Mariani over on first base.
Love them. Swing and a miss.
If your team is going to be the Niagara Falls Americans, you might as well show it.
Absolutely. There are going to be some out there that'll think it's disrespectful, but you know what? Lighten up, Francis. 1-1 the count. And the pitch. Swinging. There's a drive into center field, but right to Kaiser, who puts it away for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Gavin Boyle, the right fielder.
The Americans running out of outs here. They only have 2 outs left. And all of a sudden, the Tarp Skunks looking at a winning scenario here.
Looking to move their record to 2-1. Niagara would fall to 0-2 if this stays the same for the next 2 outs. Boyle, ground ball to short. Could be, or second, could be 2. Second for 1, throw to first. Ball game over. A double play, and the Tarp Skunks have won this ball game by a final score of 6-1.
An amazing showing of the glove by McLean Banks, Sebastianelli, and Bobby Stang. All 3 of them having to make tough plays. It was McLean Banks bobbled the ball in his glove, couldn't get a grip on it, but a quick move by Sebastianelli at shortstop to make a quick throw over to Stang, and the stretch by Stang for the double play, ending this ball game with the Tarp Skunks shaking hands with themselves, saying, good job, W in the books.
And how appropriate for a game that has been predicated on pitching and defense for an excellent defensive play to end the game for the Tarp Skunks. We'd like to let you know that, again, tomorrow night against Auburn, Doubleday, 6:30 p.m. against these same Niagara Falls Americans, 6:30 p.m. on Saturday. We've got to take a look at the most valuable skunk, and how do you pick one? This is almost like a cornucopia of MVSs.
Absolutely, but with that being said, I gave it first last time. You're the one leading it off.
I'm going to go ahead and take the low-hanging fruit. I'm going to make you work for it. I'm going to go with Gabe Hayes. 5 innings pitch, no runs, 1 hit, nobody walks, 7 strikeouts, and picks up his first win of the season. He really set the tone for this ball game for the Tarp Skunks.
Absolutely. I give that to you. His name was in my mind as well. But in my opinion, I am going to go to the actual defense. I am going to pick Nigel Sebastianelli over at shortstop. His glove was on point today, making 4 or 5 great plays, multiple ending the inning. He had the quick throw at second to end the game today. Nigel Sebastianelli only had 1 hit today. However, his glove is the one that gives him my pick for most valuable stinker tonight.
You know what? I'm gonna overrule both of us. I'm just gonna say the entire team deserves most valuable stinker because everybody stepped up, contributed, and did a fantastic job.
But just remember that you get to see this all again tomorrow at 6:30 when the Tarp Skunks host the Auburn Double Days. Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by Plyler Entry Systems, the Davis Investment Group, and Prevention Works in Casa Trinity. We'd like to thank our sponsors for helping to make this and every live stream of the 2024 season possible. We also encourage all businesses and organizations serving residents in Jamestown and Chautauqua County to consider becoming a Tarp Skunks live stream sponsor for this season or a future season by calling us at 716-705-5600, emailing us at contactus@tarpskunks.net, or using the contact form on our website, tarpskunks.com. All sponsors are recognized during each home game during our live stream broadcast and also by our public address announcer. Thank you to our current sponsors and also to anyone else considering becoming a future sponsor of Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball. It's a great day at the ballpark today, but with that being said, it's time for us to get out of here. Matty G alongside Dre Guinness, thank you for joining us. We will see you tomorrow, but for now, have a good night.
Good afternoon, everybody.